It is with joy that we meet you this June 8, 2025 to pray. Psalm chapter 104:7 Psalm who speaks to us of the praise of the whole universe. It's a special day because it's the Feast of Pentecost. Work that continues to be carried out through the work of its human creatures, happy or simple coincidence with the story of creation. This poem is structured with this stanza in the image of the work of creation which was done in 7 days. However, each stanza does not necessarily correspond to a specific day of creation, but do not doubt it. There is a certain connotation. It is true that in this reprochement the formation of man is not particularly recounted in the psalm. Nevertheless, it is man who occupies the central place. He who recognizes the splendor and magnificence of his Creator, which earned him to praise him with all his being throughout his life, as we were told in verse 23. For a succinct presentation of the poem, let's try to summarize it. The first 4 verses: there was God in his high dwelling. Parallel text Genesis chapter 1 verse 3, then verse 7 and 2 verse 8 c4. The first verse of the psalm echoes the first 2 days of creation. We note in the verse that God has for his mantle the light, which is the reflection of the divine splendor as it appears in creation. It was light that shined in the midst of chaos, and who every morning from here populates the darkness and understood as the garment of God. Thus God makes light its garment of heaven. 50 or his house and lightning is servants. Verses 5 to 18, the continents appear. Parallel text Genesis chapter 1 verse 9 to 13. God established the earth on the firm foundation. It is poured contain elements of the 3rd day of creation. Verses 19 to 23, the succession of days and nights. Parallel texts Genesis chapter 1 verse 14 to 19. We find in this verse the echoes of the 4th day of creation. Verse 24 to the 30th of May, all creation live in the goodness of its Creator. Parallel text Genesis chapter 1 verse 20 to 31. It is paid diet in a single table, the works of the 5th day and the 6th day of creation. Finally pour 31 to 35. There was be glorified and may rejoice in 16 works. Parallel texts Genesis chapter 1 verse 31 to 35. It is dedicated to worship and corresponds to the 7th day on which God rested from his name from his work. Day that man must sanctify, in this case Sunday day, that the Christian faithful devote to the worship